Good morning. This is the China Country Analysis by Carrie Smith, Joe Nash, and George Perez. The outline. I, Carrie Smith, will go over the country background and business practices. Then Joe Nash will go over the economic situation and competitiveness. George Perez will go over the healthcare, and then I will take over the recommendations and conclusions. Country background. China is located in Eastern Asia and is surrounded by 12 countries and 4 seas. China is approximately 9.6 million square kilometers, with 9.33 million square kilometers of land and 270,550 square kilometers of water. China is slightly larger than the United States and is fifth in size in the world. China's Independence Day was established on October 1st, 1949, when the People's Republic of China was established. The capital city of China is Beijing. The current president is President Xi Jinping and accompanied by Vice President Wang Qishan. Both the president and the vice president are of the Chinese Communist Party. The total population is over 1.38 billion people and is number 1 in the world. Of this population, 59.2% live in urban China and 40.8% live in rural China. The current per capita of people living in the capital of Beijing is 1.42%. Business practices. The official language in China is Standard Chinese, which is also known as Mandarin. China has over 8 other languages that are used. 96.4% of males and females are literate, with 98.2% being male and 94.5% being female. The country time zone in China is China Standard Time and is 13 hours ahead of Central Standard Time in the United States. The Chinese work schedule is 8 hours a day for a total of 40 hours a week. This includes a 2-hour break for lunch. China industries are 43.5% service, 28.8% industry, and 27.7% agriculture. The current exchange rate is 7.76 renminbi yuan per US dollar. Next, Joe will go over China's economic situation.
Hello, my name is Joe Nash, and I'm here to brief about the economical situation and the competition in China. China has a very large GDP of 23.21 trillion, as stated in 2017. It's one of the best in the world, and it puts them in a really good position globally to pretty much control the market like they have been throughout the past years. Per capita sitting at 16.700 in 2007, and the average income in US dollars for a family is $3,216.41. This is key because with the country, I like what they've done. I like what they do. They really are focused on taking care of themselves first. They only bring in the industries and agriculture that are necessary for them. The main things that they bring in are agriculture, industry, and services. So they don't just take any person or any partner they want to partner with. There's going to be something that's going to actually truly benefit their company or the country in the long term. Their main import partners that they deal with are Korea, South Korea, Japan, United States, and Germany. And their major export countries is United States, Hong Kong, and South Korea. As far as competitiveness, they rank pretty high in the world. They're 52 out of 125. They start school age pretty young and they finish, they go about 14 years in. They're one of the biggest leaders in the communication area, um, as you see on the slides, for broadcasting and internet services. 53.2% of the population is actually on the internet, which kind of translates to it's like you see up the top up there with it has 1.474 billion mobile users, and actually digging a little deeper into it, as far as communications, they're actually one of the first 5G cellular services that are in the market, which is something that the United States is slowly going to. As you see from the other things, the pipe rails, railroads, roads, and waterways are amongst the highs. And this is important because it actually helps with their import and export of goods throughout the country, throughout the world. Thank you.
Hi, my name is George Perez. I'll be covering healthcare in China.
Recommendations. China is a leader in imports and exports, but is still number 27 on the Global Competitiveness Report, showing some problematic areas. The most problematic areas include access to financing, insufficient government bureaucracy, inflation, policy instability, corruption, tax rates, and inadequate supply of infrastructure. For China to continue to be a leader in the world, it needs to focus on these areas. The best way to target these would be to start with the least problematic area. The inadequate supply of infrastructure is due to the decline in the quality of port infrastructure and the reliability of electricity supply as perceived by the business community. For China to be such a large area for imports and exports, the port infrastructure issues should be addressed and corrected to further the country in global competitiveness. Today, Joe, George, and myself have gone over the country background, business practices, economic situations, competitiveness, healthcare, and recommendation for China. We hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.